All right, everyone, buckle up because things just took a dramatic turn. The View is in full-on panic mode after Karoline Leavitt, the bold, sharp, and outspoken conservative powerhouse, shook things up in a major way. She dropped a bombshell that completely rattled Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin without even stepping foot on their stage. After yet another over-the-top rant from The View, Karoline didn't hold back. She fired back with a response so powerful that it left the hosts scrambling for words. It's not every day that someone shakes up the show without even being there. But she did just that. Her words sent shockwaves, exposing the bias and hypocrisy that critics have pointed out for years. Now, all eyes are on The View as they struggle to recover from this unexpected reality check.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Caroline didn't just sit back and ignore the attack. She fought back hard. She called out The View for its hypocrisy, dismantled their tired arguments, and fearlessly exposed the show's double standards. Her response was so powerful that it sent shockwaves through the network. In fact, rumors are swirling that ABC executives are having serious discussions about whether to keep the show on the air. Yes, it's gotten that bad. So, what exactly did Karoline say that had Whoopi Goldberg completely losing it? What made Joy Behar visibly shaken? And how did she manage to leave Sunny Hostin, who always has something to say, completely speechless? Her words were so impactful that even longtime viewers of The View couldn't ignore the fallout. If you thought the drama was over, think again. This could mark the beginning of a major shift in daytime television. But before we dive into all the details, make sure to stay updated by hitting that like button and subscribing. Did you just subscribe? Awesome! Now, let's break it all down.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was...
Let's break it down. Once again, The View went after Karoline Leavitt. Why? Because she's young, conservative, and refuses to follow their narrative. This time, they relied on their usual tactics, mocking her, questioning her qualifications, and even suggesting that Donald Trump only supports her because of her appearance. Sound familiar? Joy Behar, with her signature smug attitude, implied that Karoline didn't earn her success, hinting that Trump backs her simply because he finds her attractive. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg, never one to let facts get in the way of a dramatic speech, claimed that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a platform to speak on. It's the same tired routine from The View, but this time, Karoline wasn't about to let it slide.
Oh, please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political... like we have seen in two instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a... That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I am so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust the media.
A commentator pointed out the irony of Whoopi mansplaining the job of a press secretary to Karoline Leavitt, which was pretty amusing. And as expected, Sunny Hostin turned the conversation into a debate about race. But Karoline wasn't about to stay quiet. Instead of brushing it off, she fired back with a sharp and powerful comeback that left The View reeling. Her response hit so hard that the show's producers are probably still scrambling to figure out how to recover.
Oh. Yeah. I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in.
Karoline didn't just respond. She completely dismantled The View in a viral video that spread like wildfire across social media. She didn't tiptoe around the issue or soften her words. Instead, she exposed the show for what it truly is, a panel of out-of-touch elites who claim to support women but tear them down the moment they refuse to follow their narrative. She called out Behar as the perfect example of modern-day so-called feminism. If you're a liberal woman, you're praised. But if you're a conservative woman, they mock your appearance, undermine your success, and try to discredit you. So much for women supporting women, right? Then came Whoopi Goldberg, who claimed Karoline only has a platform because of wokeness. Karoline wasn't having it. Please, she fired back. I got here by working hard. Unlike the unqualified hires The View props up in the name of diversity. Ouch. And let's not forget Sunny Hostin, who, of all people, decided to lecture Karoline on privilege. Karoline shut that down immediately. Give me a break, she said, cutting straight through the nonsense. But the moment that really shook everyone? When she declared, The View doesn't want strong women. They want women who follow their script, and I refuse to play their game. Boom, that line left jaws on the floor. The second she posted the video, Twitter exploded. Hashtags like Cancel The View and Karoline Exposes. The View started trending within minutes. The backlash was overwhelming. And for the first time in a long time, The View wasn't controlling the narrative. They were the ones on defense. And here's where it gets even worse for them. The View never saw this coming. They thought they could mock Karoline, dismiss her, and move on like they always do. Instead, they made their biggest mistake yet. Rather than damage Karoline's credibility, they skyrocketed her profile. She was already making waves in conservative politics, but now, she's a household name. And guess who's panicking? ABC executives. According to inside sources, the network isn't happy with how badly this controversy is making them look. Rumors are swirling about major shakeups behind the scenes, and Behar and Whoopi Goldberg's names are reportedly coming up in some very uncomfortable conversations. Translation? They might finally be on their way out. Even The View's own audience isn't blindly defending them this time. Some of their most loyal fans are calling them out, saying they crossed the line. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. The View claims to empower women, but attacks any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Karoline just exposed them for who they really are. And the fallout doesn't stop there. Sponsors are reportedly getting nervous. Some major brands are reconsidering their ad placements because, let's be honest, who wants to be associated with this disaster? At this point, the writing is on the wall. For years, The View has thrived on controversy, but this time they may have gone too far. The backlash is massive, the hypocrisy is undeniable, and ABC now faces a tough decision: clean house or cancel the show entirely. Because here's the thing, drama might drive ratings, but when the controversy becomes bigger than the show itself, it's game over. Right now, The View is walking on dangerously thin ice. Could this finally be the scandal that brings the show down for good? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Did The View go too far this time? Was Karoline's response the wake-up call the media needed? And do you think ABC will actually pull the plug on the show after this disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update.